Welcome back, you beautiful people, to Lupus on Jam. I'm your amazing host, Jam, and I'll be talking to you today. Why do I sound like a TV presenter? I do not know. Anyway, today I'll be talking about the before and after. Get it? It's the episode's name, unless I change it, which I won't, since I'm a criminal. But I'm also going to reveal one of my many pills that I consume to you. Probably butcher the name since I'm not a doctor, but if you want to see the medicine actual name, like the actual medical name without it being butchered and what it looks like, you can check it out on my Patreon. Yes, I have a Patreon. Things shall be uploaded there. If I get famous enough, maybe even merch. Technically I could do merch now, but I don't have a logo / brand design, so I'm gonna design that myself since I'm independent and I can draw a little. Not a professional in any way, but I can draw, I think, So the progress of my merch art or logo art will be on my Patreon. I don't think you have to pay to go on the Patreon page. It's more of a, you can donate if you like the creator and get little, perks of the donation before, other people who don't donate. And you can donate as little as £1 or no pound. Depends on you. I'm not forcing you to do anything. Like I said, it will go public eventually. You just get little perks on the Patreon. So but sorry for the shameless plug, promotion. I'm sorry about that. So what, let's start. Quick say before we actually start. It was actually 5 nights I stayed in the hospital, not 4, just putting it out there. Anyway, let's get into the meat and grit and start before and after. Hit the beat. So there might be some people wondering what was going on before my treatment and how's my treatment affected me now and the different signs of lupus. Remember, everyone's different. You could get symptoms different than me or someone else with lupus. I'm not a doctor, probably never will be, and I'm just talking about my experience with it and what happened to me. For those who don't know, I wanted to join the army. I'll be talking more about that in the 3rd episode, and to do that I needed to get in shape, so I started training, and when I started training, the sweating started. I was sweating on my hands and feet, which was the first thing wrong with me. Don't know if it was lupus. I believe it's one of the symptoms. It could be something else, but it was happening. It was affecting me. However, after treatment, there has been no sign of swelling, so that's 1 point to treatment, 0 point to lupus. That's one of the pluses, The second symptom, tiredness and fatigue. At first I thought I was a lazy person, which I am, but it was getting to a point where I couldn't walk to the toilet without becoming out of breath and dizzy. I was breathing heavily that I wanted to quickly do my business and go back to bed immediately. Safe to say that even though I still feel fatigue sometimes, such as tiredness, which I give you the point, lupus, you got the point, it's nowhere near what it was before. I can move around the house without being out of breath. I just don't do that as much because taking it easy on my body. Just came out the hospital, but I think treatment gets 2 points for that. And trust me, I was stuck in bed. I could not move around like I'm doing today. That's why they're getting the extra point. than just one. The third symptom, the fever. Oh, the fever. Because of that, I had the worst time. You see, one does not feel the fever. Yes, internally I was a raging volcano getting nearly to 40 degrees. You could tell I'm from England from that, if you can tell by the accent. But on the outside, I was feeling normal. I could tell I had a fever when my mother, bless her soul, was complaining about the cold. I'm just chilling without a sheet. The thing is, the fever never hurt me. Well, it's probably destroying my body from the inside, but it's effects of the fever that annoyed me. The loss of appetite. I couldn't eat. My body lost the feeling to eat, and was even rejecting any food I tried to put in my stomach, which resulted in weight loss. Apparently I lost about 2 stones, but I don't know. I don't think I did. And what's the worst thing? You could lose your appetite around, yep, Christmas. I was losing my appetite during Christmas. You know how sad it is not be able to eat a Christmas feast right in front of you. Then again, you're struggling to sit on a chair as it takes energy and you're extremely weak and fatigued. Yeah, it sucks. However, after treatment, guess who's back? That's right, my appetite. Whilst in hospital, they got my fever down and my appetite returned to me. But what a way to gain your appetite. You waited 4 months. You sat through a Christmas feast. And the first food you get when your appetite returns to you is hospital food. Now someone's trying to troll me. But let's hand out 2 points for treatment. 1 for getting rid of the fever, which was probably really bad. And 2nd for returning my appetite. But 1 point for Lupus, as, come on, you made me eat hospital food when my appetite returned. Darn you, Lupus, always trying to get the last laugh. The 4th symptom, the most obvious one that showed lupus, was the brown pea. I found out that it was protein and blood that was making the pea this color. I and my mother thought that I wasn't drinking enough liquid per day, but after drinking about 5 liters of liquid per day, I'm not kidding, it wasn't getting any better, so we noticed that something was definitely wrong. So yeah, one of the signs your body is beating up your kidneys. After treatment, I kinda had loose bowels, but there were no protein/blood in my pee, thanks to my pills. Thanks to my many pills. In fact, I can say best looking pea in England. And it smells like medicine. So, for the points given out, 1 point for curing the brown pea. However, 2 points for lupus, as it made my bowels loose. I'm not going to explain what that means. And it made my waste smell like medicine. Well, it's improved from before, but it still smells like medicine. So, yeah, that's the 4th symptom. The fifth symptom, joint pain. I kind of need to back up a bit, as neck pain was the second thing I experienced before treatment. Never knew it can connect to lupus. Thought I was overstating myself because I was training at the time, but I couldn't move my neck without being in pain. I would just lay in bed to avoid this pain and thought that a good crack in the neck would help calm it down. But without that crack, I was using ibuprofen and paracetamol to actually calm it down. Unfortunately, the hospital didn't give treatment for the joint pain, but the intensity has decreased as I can walk around without the ibuprofen or paracetamol, but it's still there, which affects my sleep, so I'll have to give treatment 0 points, and lupus, this hurts, this is sad times, 1 point. I know, I'm ashamed of myself, I'm ashamed of lupus, because lupus decides, hey, you don't need a neck. Nah. Well, it decides a lot of things. It decides that I don't need a kidney either. I kind of need that. It's important, I think, for processing things. But, yeah. Lupus, you get the point. You get the point, and treatment gets nothing. Talking about points, that's all the points, I think. That's all the symptoms that I had. So we're going to add up all the points and see who has won who has won in general, lupus or treatment. Quick sorry for any mic troubles, but let's get onto the points. So, for the moment you've all been waiting for, it's 6 points treatment and 5 points for lupus. And now treatment's winning. Hopefully the points for lupus goes down to 0. That's the dream. However, I'm slowly recovering, so it should. It should. I'm feeling okay myself. No pain, except that I can't bend because of my bone marrow being taken out. But that's not lupus, so everything is good. I just want to say, no rashes, no sensitivity to light. I don't think so. So those are plus. These are some of the symptoms you could develop if you have lupus, which I didn't, but of course, you could develop them, someone else could develop them. So yeah, that is the results for the lupus versus treatment, or before and after. It's pretty close. I know some of them are just, personal complaints though for lupus. Like some points are just personal complaints. Some are like, please fix. But yes, that's the results. Alright, time to talk about a pill. Yes, let's talk about pills. Well, seeing as we are coming to an end to the podcast, so sad. I actually really enjoy doing this, so it is sad that coming to the end of episode 2, I shall now butcher a pill name, completely destroy it. I am not saying this right, but it will be right on my Patreon if you want to see what the hell it is. And what I'll also be telling you what it does on the podcast, not on the Patreon. I'll be telling you what it does after I say it. Well, after I butcher it real bad. So without further ado, the pill of the day is mycophenolate methyl capsules. I think I did it. I only see mycophenolate. That's what I see. So I tried. These pills or these capsules is for my kidney. It's one of the two that stops my lupus from attacking my kidney. My lupus really hates my kidney, so it's one of the two that stops it from saying, "Hey, that's important. Please stop it." I should be saying kidneys, but since they only tested one, I'm only saying kidney. I don't want them to test the second one, because please don't. But thanks for listening. My goal was to spread out the podcast into more sections. I think I did that. Spread it out a little bit more. Make sure to check out the Patreon, which is in the description. Don't worry, I'll be starting to upload things. I actually uploaded some sketches up there. Ooh, yeah, some sketches is up there. There's also some stuff for people who donate. Little perks. I told you about little perks. So, yeah. I'm also might continue on my YouTube channels for the podcast. I know, exciting. I might continue with my YouTube channels. Also, if you can follow me on Spotify, that would be nice too. Anyways, once again, thank you for listening. I hope you enjoyed as much time as I had with you had with me. Alright, jam out.